another time and space, a parallel universe, and you're having a fit. Get the funky fresh rabbit who can take care of it. It's Bucky, Captain Bucky O'Hare. You say Bucky, I said Bucky O'Hare. Let's croak us some toads.
Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new series of mine. This is basically going to be a series where I take a look at certain video games and I feature the bosses featured in those games, such as end of stage bosses, secret bosses, you name it. If you're a boss, you're going to be in it. So to start with, I couldn't think of any better game other than Bucky O'Hare on the NES. Okay, so we're going to start with the green planet, which brings us to a lovely luscious jungle full of menacing toads and beautiful waterfalls. And it doesn't take long until our fun is dampened by the appearance of the first boss. Oh, but it's just a mere robot.
Choke on this, robot? I am no mere robot. I am Toadborg. Soon you're gonna be smorgasbord. Set it as high as you want. You cannot stop me. Ah. Sweet dreams, Bucky O'Hare.
Yeah. Toadborg is no mere robot. Actually, this guy is one of the main villains and he is half cyborg, half toad. And he's pretty kick-ass, which is why I'm quite surprised he's featured so early in the game as potentially the first boss, because you can choose any planet to go to, but he would have been better used later on in the game in the end stages. Let's hope that we fare much better than our hero did. Okay, so this boss isn't actually that tough at all. You just gotta stand in the correct place, time it right, and it's absolutely fine. Okay, so he starts by jumping, catching what looks like a giant orange. If he throws on and hits you, it's a one instant kill, so you gotta stand really close. And then your opportunity to attack is to jump over him as he runs, while avoiding the debris and shoot him in the back. Keep on repeating, and this process is pretty much done. It's a bit of a shame that Toadborg's so easy, like I said, and so early on in the game. But it's still great to see him featured in there. And then boom, eventually it's all over. Okay, our adventure now takes us onto the red planet, completely opposite to the green planet, full of its luscious green scenery. We now have a lava-filled environment with more menacing toads, and it doesn't take us long to meet the boss of this level, this giant green ball. Yep, handy to catch a ride on though. But this ball is something a lot more menacing, as we find out now. Okay, so it turns out our big green ball has eyes, mechanical arms and feet, and it's actually a toad in the hole. This boss fight is quite easy again. You just keep on jumping, avoiding the ball and those little bullets being shot out. And then after a while he will go back to being a ball. You power up your special move to jump really high like Bucky O'Hare can do, to jump over him. And repeat the process, shooting Toad in the middle when the machine opens back up, as you can see it's about to happen. And then, simple, didn't take long at all, boom, once again, annihilated. Next up we have the yellow planet, full of mechanical monsters, contraptions and flying asteroids. And with all this machinery lying around, we just know we're going to face some kind of mechanical boss.
What's that?
A void droid! My blasters can't hurt it!
Yes, the dreaded void droid, and here it comes. This enemy has got quite a few different parts we've got to destroy first. Now you can avoid all the bullets if you stand in the right place, not like what I've been doing by here and letting that missile kill me. So yeah, first of all you go for the turret at the bottom and keep on blasting and blasting until that's destroyed. Takes a while. Of course, you can unlock characters after every planet in this game, so as soon as you do that you can swap and use them and they might have powerful weapons, but you know, Bucky's the hero here, so I have to stick with him. So now, once you destroyed one component, this void droid, as we'll call him, opens his mouth, fires a beam that will total you in one hit if you're not careful. Of course, I've played this many times, so I know what I'm doing. Then as soon as that top one is damaged, the top turret, the only thing left to destroy is the eye. As long as you time it right, this battle is not that difficult whatsoever, especially as you have such a high health bar. A couple more hits to do this. You can even hit the eye as it's going past, and boom! Once again, Void Droid destroyed.
It's gonna get us!
Willie, use your secret human weapon!
But Deadeye, it's only a...
Lay the gap and shoot! Fine shooting, laddie! I don't believe it! It was ray shielded and missile shielded! But not waterproof!
Our next planet is my least favourite planet, the blue planet. Basically because it's got ice, it's slippery, it's hard to control, and you've got never-ending toads coming towards you. Our next boss is another popular character from the cartoon called Alligator, who is described as a sleazosaur. Let me introduce you.
My. What in the universe are you?
Okay, now that you're well acquainted, we can get on with this boss fight, because it can be a bit tricky. You can see the water rising there. Well, our friend Al here can freeze it, like he just did there. And if you get frozen and you're stuck, those missiles can take quite some damage off you. So I changed to the character of Willie DeWitt here because he has got a more powerful blast than the other characters. And his power is to charge it up as well. Because you see those spikes at the top of the screen? If you hit those, there you go, he's frozen in the ice. It's an instant kill. So you've got to keep on firing, blasting away as quick as possible, and then you should do it. There you go. As long as you're quick, you'll be fine. Looks like we put that alligator on ice.
I didn't say you could laugh. I'll find that creature that gave me the willies, and when I do, he'll pay very dearly indeed.
Okay, so that's the end of the game. So, you know, thanks for watching. Oh, wait. Okay, so apparently it's not. So yeah, when I was a kid I always thought this was the end. Nice short game, but then the toads capture you and your crew again, and there's a lot more adventure to come. Okay, so we'll get through the next few bosses fairly quickly because they're all quite similar. So what happens now, your crew have been captured, you've got to release them again, but Air Marshal comes along and brainwashes them all into being evil to fight you. Jenny against Bucky, who would have thought it? So, they're quite easy. I mean, all these bosses have got a pattern, but you've just got to time it right and you will be fine. This one takes a bit of patience because you can only hit her every now and again. And there you go, as soon as you've hit Jenny enough, she goes back to normal, and we move on to Willie DeWitt. For some reason I just liked smashing blocks around here a lot. As soon as you move forward into the cell, a Marshal comes along. And this one's quite easy. Once again, just jump in, and back to normal. And last up is none other than Deadeye Duck. And once again, using Willie DeWitt because he's got a powerful blaster. A Marshal comes along, a brainwash. And you've got to keep on hitting Deadeye until... boom! There you go. After rescuing the crew, the next boss fight is only something I can imagine is based off Complex, the evil AI and main villain of Bucky O'Hare that enslaves the Toad race. But very loosely. Okay, so this is one of the more challenging boss fights you will come across in this game, and as a kid it took me an awful long time to kill this guy. So as you can see, he's got a kind of mechanical body like Complex, but that simply is a Toad controlling it. So this is some kind of normal robot, I believe. Now, when I used to have this as a kid, you could see the robot's feet at the top of the screen, so you know where he's going to be jumping down. However, when I play this on more modern TV, you can't see the feet, so trying to guess, well, it's a lot of memory. So your main aim here is to keep on hitting that energy pad underneath the Toad, trying to avoid multiple rotating missiles. It can be very, very frustrating. And then if you don't duck down, that is also an instant kill of that laser. And you keep on blasting away. And eventually, we will get somewhere. Okay, so once you've destroyed the pad, as you can see by here, my tactic is to switch over as Jenny and use her mystic powers to aim for the Toad's head. And if you're lucky, you can get a couple of shots in one blast, which I'll show you by here. You keep on hovering over the Toad's head and you'll do great damage until eventually, boom! Next up, in order to escape the Toad mothership, you have to destroy the core. And this is one hell of a security system. My tactic was using Willy again to try and destroy the turrets as quickly as possible, but once you do, they will start firing lasers at you, and just keep on blasting away, and eventually you will do it. As you can see, I've taken a lot of HP has been taken off me at this point. We keep on going on, and eventually these guns will fall. Of course, this can be done much better than I'm doing by here. But this is one boss that caused me a headache in the past when I was a kid. As soon as both turrets are destroyed, you then destroy the glass in the center, and then it's all about trying to destroy the main system there, the giant eye looking thing. But keep at it, and eventually this will go boom. The key is as well trying to avoid that laser that is coming down from the ceiling. Nightmare. But if you can get past the first part quick, there you go. Sorted. Okay, so I've said previously how the last two boss fights were pretty difficult. Yeah, this one's just as bad. The Toad ship. I used to hate fighting this thing. Oh my gosh, it used to drive me crazy, this boss fight. It is pretty difficult. The key is to destroy these turrets on the side here as quickly as possible. Because what happens in this boss fight, you kind of do like a lap around the ship, like repeatedly. So you only have a certain amount of time to blast away. Now these lasers firing at the back here, if they hit you once they will kill you instantly. And what you want to do at this point is hit the engine with Deadeye Duck. As you can see right here, it flashes red when you know you're hitting it. And you've got to keep on doing that until it is destroyed. And then the ship comes down, you've got to stay safe. There's very little room to maneuver here, so you've got to try and dodge those bullets as best as possible. Then I use Bucky right here because he can fire back and forwards. Keep on firing to get rid of those turrets. Those frogs jumping out, those toads, sorry, they can grab you and drag you down. It's quite annoying. But luckily there I managed to kill those turrets off pretty fast. But you can see how much my life has gone down. Man. And then you just gotta wait patiently until you're back at the rear of the ship again to blast the engine. Time it right, go down, and keep blasting away. Now by this point you're pretty safe, as long as you don't make a mistake, like get hit by the laser or go into the spikes. because the turrets are gone. And then you keep repeating yourself, like I've just done here, a jump cut. Boom, engine's gone, and the ship is destroyed. Okay guys, time to wrap this up, and of course for the last boss, who other than the Air Marshal himself. Now this fight can be a little bit tricky because you've got like a wall of fire chasing you, and if you hit that it's instant death. And you've got a small window to avoid the grenades and the bullets that the Air Marshal is throwing. But if you keep at it, it's not too bad. You just learn patterns and keep firing away. Although I do recommend, instead of using Bucky, you might want to use Wade a bit, because he can kill the Air Marshal a lot faster. And eventually,
Marshal, you despicable failure. Return to the homeworld at once.
Do you think Complex will melt his metals?
I think Complex will melt him.
okay guys, that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you for watching this far. Please leave a comment below, because I'd love to hear your feedback on this video. Were you happy with the way it was presented? Do you think is there anything I can improve upon? Do you think I should carry on making this kind of video? Because I am happy to go on and feature other bosses from other video games. Hope you enjoyed it. I tried to make this fun by having all the cartoon clips in between, because you know Bucky O'Hare is a favourite of mine. And yes, thank you very much for watching. And guys, as ever, boom, see you soon.